Capricorn, welcome to your July 2025 Celtic Cross. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome to this new channel, Empowered World Tarot. I'm Holly Christine, and let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Capricorn's reading for whatever they need to know about the month of July 2025. There it is, showing up with justice. Crossed by the 10 of coins. In your focus, the 4 of cups. In the recent past, the magician. In your strength, the 5 of wands. In the immediate future, the 8 of coins. The energy that supports this reading, the hermit. The outside influence that you may or may not be aware of, the 9 of swords. In your hopes and fears, we have the emperor. And the potential outcome of the situation, the high priestess. The overall energy of your reading, Capricorn, the death card. There's endings and transformations here. Things are definitely changing. And let's get into it. These are real big life learning lessons here going on for the month July 2025. Showing up with justice. You want to make things right. You want to bring in the balance in a situation. It could be tied up to a marriage. It could be tied up to family because it's the 10 of coins that's crossing you. This is everything you would want to manifest in the ideal situation in your life. In your focus, you're really disappointed with the way things didn't work out in the past. Looking for some kind of new opportunity, perhaps, to make things better. In the recent past, you were hard at work trying to manifest this. In your strength, the 5 of wands. This is people fighting for something. It's a struggle, it's conflict, but they're coming together because they want something. So it's a little bit of a battle, a little bit of a struggle. But it shows that you're willing to fight for it. And so that is in your strength. In the immediate future, we have the 8 of coins. That's all about repetitive work. It could be tied up to work that you're doing, or it could just be something that you have to focus on and build the stability and build the skills to attain what you want. You're going to have to do it over and over and over again. The energy supporting this reading is the hermit. This is all about, you know what, let's get introspective. Let's take a really close look at what is in our way, that we need to heal it and get it out of our way so that we can be on our way, on our path. The hermit is about figuring it out, but going within to do so. Getting quiet, isolating yourself, removing yourself from the situation kind of thing. Looking inward for the answers. The outside influence here that you may or may not be aware of is the 9 of swords. That's worry and fear and doubt and stress. Lots of anxiety. You're probably aware of it because we tend to just feel these energies, but it's an outside influence coming in. So these could even be the thoughts that just disturb our own minds, that keep popping in. Or it could be other people sort of putting ideas in your head that keep you in a fearful state. We'll find out more as the clarifiers come. In your hopes and fears, the emperor. This is all about somebody who is so strategic and so in control of a situation. They are very balanced. If anybody's going to get something done, it's going to be the emperor. And the potential outcome, the high priestess. This is listening to our inner guidance, our intuition. Doing that deep meditative work. The high priestess does as well, and is in alignment with her highest self, getting the downloads, getting the information so that she can apply it in her reality in this world where we manifest in the physical. All right. Let's start out by clarifying the overall energy of this reading. The devil, not the devil, I'm sorry, the death card, which is all about endings and transformations. What is going on? The overall energy of this reading, ending something and yet transforming it. What does Capricorn need to know, please? Ooh, there you go. You're getting a couple extra cards here. You're getting a little story. You're getting 5 cards, but we start out with the Tower. Something blew up. Something ended here. Something got totally destabilized, deconstructed, torn down. 8 of Wands. That energy moved very quickly. It was very jolting, having to do with the Justice card. That's how you're showing up. Perhaps this is a marriage, but that whatever it is, the balance got thrown off of this. And yeah, look at that. The painful ending, the 10 of Swords. Hoping to transform it after that ending with a moment of truth and clarity so that you can take action. So it's sort of a process here. Something gets destroyed. It's quite shocking and jolting. The energy moves really quick. And it has to be, it's tied up to a possible marriage. But it ended. A marriage that ended. Or balance that completely ended. Because of this jolting experience or surprise or shock or whatever happened to almost obliterate it. Like, that's it. It's over. It's done. This is too much, this event that happened. But after all that, there comes a moment of aha, a moment of truth, a moment of clarity, and it brings transformation to the whole thing somehow, to yourself or to the marriage itself, or to the balance of this family dynamic. We'll find out more as the reading continues. But for that little line up at the bottom, Judgment. Being called to your highest self to make a decision, a major decision, with clarity of mind to transform it somehow. Somehow we're here being called to that. Okay, let's take a look at the Justice card. Why is Justice here? There it is. And we have the World closing out cycles, major cycles, so that we can begin anew. Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is inspired, attractive energy. It's that magnetic attraction we have with someone, and they have it with us, or a situation. It's whatever you want wants you. It literally is attraction like a magnet. But we're closing this out. We're closing out this attraction, but we're doing it slowly. We're doing it very slowly, taking our sweet time. It almost feels like it's not moving at all. It's not happening. Closing it out so that we can begin anew in some other way, having to do with this, again, possible marriage. I'm not sure. It doesn't have to be a marriage, but kind of looks like it. Somebody that you were very attracted to. At the bottom, we have the 5 of Pentacles. What brings us here? This is abandonment. Someone feeling left out in the cold. Feeling forsaken. You or them, I don't know. Let's take a look at the 10 of Coins crossing the Justice card. Our ideal manifestations are a challenge in front of us. 4 of Cups, it's coming up next. The Devil, unhealthy behavior patterns. We are disappointed in that which has shown up. And then the Strength card, they showed up really strong. They were too strong and made the situation too hard. And so you became disappointed in this unhealthy behavior strength. Whatever it was, I'm sure that's what led to the ending. Let's look at the bottom. The King of Wands. There's your attraction right there. Perfect match to the Queen. this perfect match to you. Male and female on the card doesn't matter. They may be male, but you guys definitely have passion for each other. You definitely have this strong attraction, but it's not enough to make the world go round because there's unhealthy behavior tied up to this person and you're just really upset about it. All right, let's take a look at that upsetness, all that disappointment. It's like you were looking for the ray of hope, looking for the thing to change, to get better, for something new to come in. Show us that Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress. And there's the Ten of Pentacles again. This looks like somebody who wanted to independently reach a goal and to create something. Independently reaching a goal to create something, to give birth to something. Something from a very feel-good energy, something that was tied up to stability, securing security, all that good stuff, tied up to the family, tied up to the manifestations and all the stability in the end. But disappointed because that did not happen. You wanted to make it happen. It did not happen. Something that you wanted on your own independently, like the other person didn't want it kind of thing. Yeah, let's take a look at the Magician in the past. You tried to manifest it. You tried to make it happen. You went all out. You used all the tools in your wheelhouse to make it happen. Let me tell you something. If you are the Magician with all those tools and you couldn't make it happen, then it wasn't fated to happen. Not by your doing. Starting out, the Nine of Swords. There's the stress and anxiety coming up later. Lots of stress, lots of anxiety. It's an outside influence. So again, it leads me to think your person has this unhealthy behavior pattern. They're adding to the situation. Four of Pentacles, very stubborn. This has a hold on you, all this stress and anxiety and disappointment and fear. Seven of Wands, trying to block it. You tried to prevent it. You tried to keep the peace is what this is saying. You tried to manifest this peace and keep the unwanted energies of this stress and anxiety out. You really, really did. You did everything you could to hold on or make this a stable situation, to manifest this into being. But there was just too much of this, too much of that stress, too much of that anxiety, too much worry, too many unsettling energies coming at you all the time. So yeah, that didn't work out, or you left it in the past. You just said, I'm making a major decision. It's from my highest self. I have to align with my soul on this because I can't live in this crap any longer. That's kind of how that feels. Let's look at the fighting for it. Fighting, battling, struggling, strife, conflict. It's in your strength position. You put in the good fight. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. It's showing that you guys were not in alignment. You were fighting all the time. Six of Swords, trying to leave all that behind and get to a better place. I mean, you were really fighting for it. Like, let's leave the past in the past and let's find a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of behaving, a new way of taking action. But you never got there. And so you walked away. You didn't reach your destination. You turned around and said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore. It's too painful. There used to be so much fulfillment here, and now it's not there, and I've got to go. I'm being called someplace else. I got to go. I got to turn my back on this mess. I tried. Yep. And at the bottom, yeah, you finally got clarity of mind. You took a time out and did some healing work. And arrived at, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta heal. I gotta have clarity of mind. And I need a break. I need a rest. I need to catch my breath because this is just too much struggle. All right, moving on. The immediate future, the Eight of Coins. Doing something repetitively over and over and over. In the near future, you could be diving into work here. It's the work card. Doesn't have to be. Whoops, something flipped over here. And we have, oh, there we go. Self-care, self-love, self-nurturing, putting your well-being first here. Working on it. Ooh, the King of Wands. There's your person showing up again. The Hermit. Maybe they're doing the healing. Maybe they're finally putting their well-being first. Or you're putting your well-being first. Maybe both of you. This is the immediate future. I'm thinking it's them because they showed up right here in the middle in between self-care, self-nurturing, and well-being, stability, groundedness, taking care of oneself. And the Hermit, it's the deepest healing card in the tarot. Taking care of oneself, doing the introspective work. It's coming up next. We're actually going to clarify it next. I love it when Spirit does that. Happens a lot. Like we got the Four of Cups here, and then we got to clarify deeper into that Four of Cups. What are we disappointed in, you know? So here we're going to clarify the deepest healing card. We're going to take a look at the Hermit shining the light in the dark, showing, you know, with the lantern, what is in the way here so we can heal it. Your person is working on it in the immediate future. I think you're here working on yourself, and they're here to do some deep healing too. I don't think it's just them. I kind of feel like both of you are here taking care of healing and looking at what the problem is. Especially them. They're looking at what the problem is and doing deep healing, and you're taking care of yourself. That's how I would read that. At the bottom, yeah, the King of Cups. This is some masterful energy here. There's a lot of chaos around, but we're in our Zen moment here, meditating, taking care of ourselves, keeping our calm emotionally, staying emotionally the most balanced that we can through all the turmoil and the chaos and, you know, the fears and the stress and the anxiety and all of it. Very masterful energy working on this over and over and over again in the immediate future. It looks like really healing energy for, I think, both of you. Let's look at the Hermit. Supporting this reading, the Hermit. Introspective work. Deep healing. There it is. And we have a collaboration here with the Three of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Deep, deep focus. Like a moth to a flame, we are on it. Like white on rice, we're going to get this done. We're looking at it. We're facing our shit. We're facing our demons kind of thing. And the Knight of Swords. This is the action that's being taken. And it's being taken with fervor, with a swiftness to it, with a very decisive, now I know what I need to do and I'm going after it kind of energy. Yeah, very nice. Supporting this reading, it feels like it's supporting both of you doing that action, which... Again, it feels like both of you are doing that right here, and the universe is also supporting both of you doing that. That's what it feels like. Okay, at the bottom, what brings us here? Brand new beginnings, brand new adventures in life. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, by facing the stuff we need to heal so we can move on and start fresh. Yeah, really nice energy. Good. The outside influence here. Nine of Swords. That I don't like. There's an outside influence. It's a lot of stress and anxiety. Why is it here? What is Capricorn in their person, or whoever this is about, need to know? Seven of Swords. Two of Wands. And the High Priestess. These are thoughts that creep in when we obsess about the future. We worry about the future. And we just keep going over and over and over it, sort of internalizing our fears. It's the High Priestess is coming up in the overall outcome too. So this is inviting your intuition to speak clearly here, to get us through the confusion, because the confusion really creeps in. It really does. It sort of comes out of nowhere. It's like a thief in the night that steals from uh, clarity about the future. So we need to get quiet. We need to meditate to quiet the thoughts, to quiet the fears. Let's look at the bottom. Yeah, there's that card again, taking a time out. We need to meditate. We need to get clear in our thoughts. That's all that is. It's just showing, these things creep into our minds and we worry so much about the future, but we need to just calm down, quiet our thoughts. It takes a lot of discipline and well, a lot of discipline to do it. It's not easy, but it's necessary here, is what that's saying. Let's look at the Emperor and your hopes and fears. The Emperor can get anything done. Show us the Emperor, please. Okay. So we've got 2 up and 2 down. You get an extra card here. There's that 4 of Swords again. 4 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. That's balance. Getting our thoughts straight. Getting everybody on the same page. Equal give and take. But we have the Emperor in reverse here. Clarifying the Emperor. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like one of you is getting their act together, trying to have balance here, but the other person is not figuring it out. They're not assessing the situation correctly. You are, but they're not. But this is in hopes and fears. You hope that it works out to where we gain clarity and heal and gain balance and equal give and take, and that we're both working on this, but you're fearful that you're not going to be able to do so, and you won't be able to gain further stability moving forward. You're worried that you're both not on the same page. You're hoping that you can be, but you're worried that you're not going to be. That's what that's saying. Wow. That's a mouthful. You said it all right there. And at the bottom, we have the Hanged Man, gaining perspective, taking time out from the situation to gain clarity. Look at things from all angles. On one hand, this, on the other hand, that. Yeah, you're worried about it. Trying to control it, trying to strategize, but the fear is there. And you see it, you're recognizing it. If anything, even just at this reading, seeing the bird's eye view of, yeah, that is what's going on. And the final card, the Priestess, the High Priestess over here. Our intuition helping guide us. What does our intuition tell us? If we listen to our intuition, if all the energies stay like they are and we listen to our intuition, what does our intuition tell us? All right, Capricorn, we have the 8 of Pentacles again. Repetitive work. 10 of Pentacles, same as the 10 of Coins. Everything you could want. The 8 of Swords, stuck, confused, can't see, everything's distorted, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't move, you can't make, yeah. And underneath, the 5 of Cups. This is just lots of regrets about the past and feeling sort of depressed about the loss of, what you thought you could have, what you were trying to have, but ultimately it did not work out. And your intuition is worried about that. You're worried that even if I do all this, even if I put a lot of work into it, which I already have, but if we put all this work into it, what if we just stay stuck and everything stays distorted and trapped and blind and paralyzed? What if it all just stays right where it is? That I'll be really sad and depressed about the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it looks like. All right, let's get a final message of advice for the Capricorns going through these energies, please. Queen of Wands. Faith, which is the same as the Hierophant, in alignment. Mutual attraction, in alignment. The Palace of Wands. This is saying let's go get some help. Let's go get some inspired help in how to take action moving forward, because we're both very attracted to each other. We both almost can't stay away from each other. So let's just go get in alignment with let's go to see the experts to figure this out. Get some outside help for this couple that is just so attracted to each other that you can't stay away from each other. At the bottom, the Ten of Wands. This is a heavy burden. Everything has just come to a full culmination of, this is hard. This is not easy at all. You would think it'd be easy. We're hot for each other. We have that always. So we can't stay away from each other. We can't keep our hands off each other. I inspire him. He inspires me. She, he, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's let's go get some help. Let's go get some help, because we belong living together in the Palace of Wands. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, they live at the palace. So this says you're praying for it, you're hoping for it, and that Spirit is saying this is what you need to align with: getting help. Getting help that is tailored for you guys. Not for other couples, not for other problems, whatever it is. This is tailored just for you guys. It really matches who you are. So you want to find an expert that aligns with you guys, that understands your passions and your energy dynamic that you have with each other. You're passionate when you're fighting. You're passionate when you're making love. You're passionate in all things, even in the unhealthy behaviors, maybe addictions, maybe other things, whatever it is. You guys go all the way. It's intense, is what I'm saying. It's always intense. So let's pull an oracle card to close off this reading for July 2025 from the Ask Your Guides oracle cards. All right, Spirit, Angels, Guides, what does Capricorn need to know here? Help from the guides. There it is. Invention is the name of the card. It's card number 17 from the Helper Guides. And this is your message right here. Adaptation, adjustment, transformation, and challenge. Sometimes life gives you lemons, but not to worry. Your helper guides are on hand, assisting you in transforming your lemons into lemonade. No matter who you are or what circumstances you've inherited, life is always a blend of both the positive and the negative. Your helper guides urge you to be grateful for the positives of your life and to be creative and inventive with the negatives. They are on hand to help you transform any adverse or challenging situation into one for the better. So rather than dwell on your lousy circumstances, get your innovative juices flowing. That's where the Palace of Wands, it's all about inspiration, innovation, creation. So rather than dwell on your lousy circumstances, get your innovative juices flowing and change the undesirable or adversarial situation into a more satisfying one. Rather than endure an unfulfilling job, for example, be resourceful and courageous and start the business you've dreamed of for years. Rather than remain in an unsatisfying relationship, summon enough self-love to move on. It just made me, I'm sorry, I paused because I looked back at what we were disappointed in that didn't work out. The Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress. This could have even been somebody who wanted to get pregnant and have a baby, and the other person didn't want to, or it never happened. It never came in. You were trying to be victorious, going from singlehood to motherhood, kind of thing. So for somebody out there, it could be something like that. Doesn't have to be, but it made me look after reading that. Because at first I thought of it as a business. Remember I said something like, it looks like somebody wanted to do something on their own, independently. In other words, the other person didn't want it to happen. One person wanted to create something, perhaps even life itself. And and it made them feel really good. They really wanted to do this. But again, disappointment either because it didn't happen or because the other person wasn't on board, one or the other. Okay, rather than remain in an unsatisfying relationship, summon enough self love to move on. This is not to deny the painful aspects of your life. Just know that you don't have to tolerate them any longer. Use your sadness, frustration, or lack of fulfillment. That's what that is, lack of fulfillment. Uh, Just know that you don't have to tolerate them any longer. Use your sadness, frustration, or lack of fulfillment as an incentive to create better circumstances. Allow your helper guides to get you going. If your circumstances cannot be changed right now, at least change your attitude and make the best of the situation, knowing it is only temporary. Do not settle for lemons you encounter in life. Gather their juice and be creative. Ask your helper guides for inspiration and ideas so you can invent a much sweeter outcome. They are ready and waiting to help. They are. There's experts that know how to create what you want. Go to them. Have faith in it, pray about it, and go. Go get the information. Go get the inspiration. It's here for you. Invention from your helper guides. Guys, I hope that helps you. If it does, hit that like button. If you like the format, if you like this new channel, give it some support by adding your energy to it. And that would be just the best thing ever. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. And I look forward to reading for you guys next time. Thank you.